Let's talk about the new film Sinners. This is the latest film from Ryan Coogler. It was shot on IMAX film, all that stuff. Beautiful, beautiful film. The cinematography is impeccable, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We'll be talking spoilers about the movie later this weekend, so stay tuned for that as well. But let's get into my thoughts about it. So this is a film that I've been anticipating for some time. I was like, this is gonna be Coogler's horror film, right? And I will tell you, this movie does have horror elements, but it really does lean more towards the action type of things, almost like a From Dusk Till Dawn. Like From Dusk Till Dawn is a movie that has some horrific imagery here and there, but it really is about the action and all those amazing sequences that come with it, and Sinners in a way kind of feels the same. Coogler here, however, is going a little bit deeper, I think, than From Dusk Till Dawn did. It also feels like Coogler has a lot to talk about at the same time, and I think Coogler, for the most part, is able to get his points across in this film, but at times it does feel a bit bloated. So I'm all over the place right now. Let's just go one step at a time. What do I think about Sinners? So overall, I thought the film was great, honestly. The way that Coogler brings this story to life is just incredible. There's some scenes in here that left my jaw on the floor. Like when the music hits in this movie, it hits. It is amazing. Ludwig is the composer here, and of course, if you've seen Ludwig's other work, you know he always is going to knock it out of the park. But I think that this is truly his best work to date, and I feel like I always say that with Ludwig, but he always is able to top himself. And here it is just incredible. There is a scene with one of the stars, Miles Caden, who is just incredible of an actor. I'll get to him in a bit, but his voice is truly what is leading this movie throughout many of these scenes, and it is like a dance club type scene, and I would almost say like the Babylon scene with Margot Robbie and all of that. But heighten that times 100, and you have one of those scenes in Sinners that I don't think you'll ever forget. Probably Ryan Coogler's best scene he's ever directed, in my opinion. Just an incredible array of artistry is shown throughout the scene, and I was just gushing over it. Like, I'm ready to see the movie just for that scene alone. Like, Miles Caden also, like I said, is such a phenomenal singer, but he is such a damn good actor as well, and he is opposite Michael B. Jordan here, and Michael B. Jordan's playing dual roles, and that's one of the problems I had with the film. I think Michael B. Jordan is a great actor, don't get me wrong. I think he's able to execute some amazing like performances through all of the characters he plays, but I feel like if it wasn't a twin role here, I feel like it would have been a little bit better, and I'll talk more about that in my spoilers because I don't want to get too deep into it here and have some spoilers come up. But I just think the twin thing just didn't really land for me, and it made the movie feel a little bit more bloated because you do have more storylines since each twin has a story, and I feel like that took away some runtime and would have made some more of the emotional scenes pay off if you had a little bit more focus on these characters. But let's get back into the whole premise of this movie. Vampires. You're here to hear about the vampires, and I will tell you that Ryan Coogler does something here different with vampires and really showcases a different like motivation than we've seen before, which I thought was cool to see, in the way it really explores race and inequality, especially the 30s, but it can just be put into any time, and about how the oppressors oppress people and the oppressed then become the oppressors. I thought that was a really interesting aspect Ryan Coogler was tapping into, especially with the whole vampire folklore in here. Jack O'Connell is playing the villain. Jack O'Connell, I am ready to see more of Jack O'Connell. I believe he's going to be in 28 Years Later, which is going to give us a trailer tomorrow. Stay tuned for my breakdown of that. But I think that Jack O'Connell is such an insane villain here. It truly was one of those like very campy in a way, but at the same time terrifying sort of roles where the villain is just like letting you like put your guard down, and then he's going to come in and get you. And Jack O'Connell really did an amazing job there. Autumn Durrell is the cinematographer here, and it is just beautiful work that she does throughout. A lot of these like scenes just really take you to the South. This takes place in Mississippi, and you just feel the heat. You just feel what these characters are feeling, the way she's able to bring these images to life. And I was just so in love with the richness that it had, especially being filmed on film and also IMAX cameras being used. This was just an incredible sight to see, and the music's bumping from Ludwig. Like, this movie's firing on all cylinders throughout. Performances from the leads are astounding. Michael B. Jordan is incredible. Jack O'Connell is terrifying. Haddon is mesmerizing, and Woomy is just there to really bring it all together with such a in-depth and emotional character that she is playing here. And I really love the scenes with her and Michael B. Jordan. They were very touching, endearing. But yeah, I really do think this movie has so much potential, but it is just feeling a bit too bloated at times, especially in the middle of the film. I really love the beginning when things are getting set up and they're excited about these plans they're having. And then once like the plan starts getting executed, it's still very exciting. That's when one of my favorite scenes of the whole film is happening. But then something happens towards the middle where it just like, I don't know what happens. Like they were going at a good pace and then the brakes just get slammed and I'm just like, wait, what are we doing here? Let's come on. But luckily Ryan Coogler's able to bring it all back together and get us back on track. But it was just those 20-ish, 15 minutes where I was just like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. And I get it. You have to like set up this second part of the story because it does feel like a grand story. Like honestly, I really would have loved if this was a limited series. I will tell you that, but I'll talk more about that in the spoiler talk this Friday. So stay tuned for that. I think Ryan Coogler gives us some of the most iconic imagery we're going to get all year, especially in the climatic event. Like that climax, I'm thinking about it right now. It is beautiful. Seeing it in IMAX, I hadn't felt that sort of joy when like something happens in a film in such a long time. Like it is just one of those moments that is just beautiful. Chef's kiss to that moment right there. And I think the movie ends on a strong note. I know it feels like an afterthought as well. There is like a sort of post-credit scene, so stay tuned right after the credit. It's just one right after the credit. It happens pretty quickly, but some people did leave the theater, I will tell you, so make sure you stay for it. But the more I thought about it, I really love that, honestly. So overall, I think Sinners is bloated. It is huge, and in a good way, in a bad way as well. And I think that that's the only problem I had with it. Some of the things just felt like they were going a bit too long, and they took a bit too long to get to certain destinations. But everything else, the director here, Ryan Coogler, is incredible. The cinematographer, Autumn, is just on another level when it comes to bringing these images to life. Ludwig is bumping with that music. I need Ludwig to make everything from here on out. The cast is super strong, and it's just a really interesting story here that Coogler has brought to the big screen. Overall, go see it on the biggest screen possible. Just get over those moments when it does start to feel like it's slowing down a bit, because I promise you, Coogler brings it all together. Really delivers a satisfying and gut-punching ending. Really one of my favorite films of the year so far. That is my thoughts on Sinners. Worth seeing on the biggest screen possible. It is just so beautiful, and the music is mesmerizing. The performances are just brilliant. So very excited to hear more people talk about it. Let me know what you thought about Sinners, and we'll talk some spoilers in the coming days. So stay tuned for that. Follow us for more on things you love. We're trying to get to 40K. Let's get to it. As always, stay safe, stay positive.